Steve, good morning. And I keep thinking Steve Adubato, his nice beachfront house. Look at that. Not inviting the morning team to your beachfront.
Listen, I checked. First of all, good morning. I appreciate it. You're very calm and serene, Colin Kaepernick rant.
Yeah.
Which was right on target as far as I'm concerned. I was standing, by the way, during your beautiful
Did you
rendition.
stand up?
And I also stand in the middle of the seventh inning. My kids are like, why are you standing while we're watching the Yankees in the middle of the seventh inning for God Bless America? I said, because that's what we do.
Yeah, that's right, for God Bless America.
Exactly.
Good for you, Steve.
I just want to clarify. I checked with the local town fathers and mothers down in Lavallette, New Jersey, and there's an ordinance. I'm not joking, Joe.
Uh-oh.
I got a ticket, just so you know. I was riding the wrong way on my bicycle.
No, you didn't.
I have the ticket. I'm going to send a picture and send it to you. There are so many laws down there. They said you cannot have a radio broadcast from your home on the boardwalk. You can't ride your bike the wrong way on the boardwalk. There are too many laws and rules. I mean,
and you can't have more than 4 Italians in one place at one time, apparently, on the boardwalk.
3 Italians in one place. So while we have a beachfront property, it's a town with a lot of laws, and you can't have a live broadcast that has too many listeners.
Hey, Steve,
so
we'll talk politics. Steve Adubato, Lessons in Leadership. This is the man who talks.
Big breakfast coming up on October. Not that I want to plug, but on October 18th, the Salem Small Business Breakfast, Bergen Community College, Joe Piscopo, the crew's going to be there. Lessons in Leadership Forum. We've got a great breakfast for everybody that day. I'll be signing books, my new book, Lessons in Leadership. Not that I want to plug, but that's on October 18th. What were you saying, Joe?
And I will get into politics, but how many regulations could they possibly have in New Jersey? Down by where we go, down Long Beach Island, and to my mother's little house. It's not the beachfront house, Steve. It's the little house that we've had for 100 years, the little post-World War II cottage that we love. They charge homeowners for beach badges.
No, they don't.
They charge homeowners for beach badges. So you got paid astronomical taxes down the shore.
Yes.
And then when you go on the beach, if you don't have, and I got friends, I got homeowners down there and buddies, they go, I'm not paying. You know the taxes I got to pay? It's out of control. And you know what? You're staying there part-time, Steve. What are you there? 2 months, 3 months tops out of the year, right?
No. We go August most of the month, but our big boy plays baseball, so we have to travel around and watch him play baseball in July. And now our younger son made the team, so we'll be there for about 4 days next summer. And, I'm not going to say what the house is worth and what we pay, but I'm sure it's a great investment. And by the way, Joe, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to complain. Life is good. The flies... were out this summer.
Yeah, yes, they were.
I'm not going to complain because life is good, and Colin Kaepernick is getting paid. How much out to sit on the bench?
19,
12 million?
12 million this year, yeah.
Well, listen, I hope there's some flies around him right now.
Also, you know what, Steve? Let's stay on the beach because we have a lot of people. Our signal goes right down the Jersey Shore, and people are very upset with the dredging. I don't know why they keep dredging because they have to bolster the beaches because of what happened in Sandy. They're dredging. They can't do this during the wintertime, Steve Adubato.
Hold on. Are we talking about the fact that we need to build the kind of dunes that are necessary to
Understood.
Now, listen, Joe, I'm hardcore on this. We have the dunes over where we are in Lavallette, and I thank God they are there.
Yeah.
Because those who are fighting the dunes, I understand that you don't want the inconvenience. I understand.
No, you need them.
You're worried about your view.
Yeah, you need them.
I'm telling you, after Sandy, I see Little Ortley Beach.
Yep.
I used to go to the surf club, Joe. You remember the surf club?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't exist anymore.
Wow,
the club people used to go to. It's gone.
Right.
Ortley Beach can't even rebuild. The houses are gone. I'm telling you, Joe, the places that didn't have the dunes could not protect itself.
But can they fix them in the wintertime? Do they have to put those big pipes? Do you have the pipes in Lavallette like we have in Long Beach Island?
No, we don't allow pipes. But it's a more natural kind of look. But
we got the pipes. They got rusted pipes.
Do they really?
Oh, you have no idea. All of these, they took the sand. Listen to me. I'm going to rant about this. They took, and Steve, great to have you on the show because I can talk everything like home. Like
we're always supposed to talk about one thing. The presidential campaign.
No. Let me complain about the beach. Okay, so they dredge the water from out like miles out. Then they bring that sand to, you're right, to bolster up the beach which I understand. But the sand from out, Neil, it ruined the LBI sand completely.
Really?
Yes, it's like coarse shells, and I walk little Charlie down. The Charlie goes, "Oh, Daddy, it hurts my feet." I mean, there's no respect. They don't even ask the homeowners what they want. Hey, but let's stay on politics for a second. Steve Adubato, the expert in politics, in demand, corporate. You speak at corporations all across the country. You got your book, Lessons in Leadership. Tell me about Governor Christie, who we both actually love. And, people always rail me about that. They go, Joe, how could you? Listen, I like Chris Christie. He's a Jersey guy. He started to show up in New Jersey. He was at the DMV, which I thought was great in Randolph. And then he started showing up for FEMA the other day saying, well, and I said, FEMA? You mean FEMA still didn't give money? And now Chris Christie is fighting for that. Did he get, and I was talking about, we were Klein about this earlier, Steve, was he insulted that he didn't get the vice presidency? Is there something going on in the Trump campaign that we should know about? That
no.
Christie is stepping away?
I don't know the inside scoop, if you will, but I'm going to say this.
That's why I asked.
I got to tell you, this is my view of it. You know that I'm not the fan that you are and Frank of Donald Trump, but I would say this. The fact that I believe Chris Christie continues to give advice and is on whatever the inside track is to giving advice to Donald Trump. He's there. And I'm telling you, whatever changes that are being made in the immigration plan, and I don't believe it was a plan, I believe it was something that Donald Trump said and didn't think through the execution of it, I think it's coming from, more than anyone else, Chris Christie.
Really?
I really believe that. I believe that Chris Christie is helping to moderate Donald Trump's ideas for what he thinks can be done. And the fact that Chris Christie is not seeking credit for it, I think that's the way the governor wants it. And the fact that the governor wasn't picked to be vice president, I'm sure that's what there's a part of him that wanted that. But if, in fact, Trump becomes president and Christie becomes attorney general or somebody important in that administration, that's fine. I have my views and my concerns about Donald Trump, as many other people do, but I will say this, Chris Christie's playing a moderating role.
And you're moving to Canada if Trump gets elected, I hear.
No, I'm not moving anywhere because I love this country and I stand in the middle of the seventh inning at the Yankee games.
There you go.
Stand every time, and that's a whole other story. And I've got my concerns clearly about Hillary.
You know what? Steve, I got to ask you before you go. You wrote a great article, a great column on Hillary Clinton, blaming Colin Powell for her personal email use. Is this what leadership is about, man?
It's real quick. When you do something and you make a decision to have a private email server in your home, here's the deal. Own it. Take responsibility. A year after she did it, she ran into Colin Powell at a cocktail party at Madeline Albright's and said, hey, I have this, he said, listen, I used some private email. It was at a different time when he was Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Then she turned around and told the FBI, well, Colin Powell said it was okay. That's insane. That's absurd. First of all, he isn't the good housekeeping seal of approval. Second, she tried to use his name because he's so well respected. She tried to take the blame off of her. The bottom line is this, Joe. Own it. Own your mistakes. You can't say you're sorry and then try to somehow pin it on Colin Powell. My problem with Hillary Clinton is this. She never owns it. And ironically, in my view, Joe, I know you don't agree, it's something she happens to have in common very often with Donald Trump. I'm not a big fan of this election.
877-970-2999. I know you're going to want to call. Steve Adubato, we appreciate your valuable time. You're killing it, man, on TV, on books, in the newspapers, everywhere. Lessons in Leadership. Google Steve Adubato or go to Amazon. Pick up this great book from this great guy. Steve, thanks for joining us, man. And listen, let us know when we're coming down to the beachfront house. We're packed, by the way. We're packed, and we're coming down the Parkway, and we will come. Just give us the call, hey?
Joe, I'm going to get the ordinance changed, and in the meantime, October 18th, Bergen Community College, sale and business breakfast, lessons in leadership, signing book.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be beautiful, Joe. You'll be there with the team.
We love it. Steve, love having you on the show, man. Thank you, my friend.